Hey, I'm John. Welcome to Mr. G's Workbench. Today we're going to jump in on Eduard's F4F-3 Wildcat at 1/48 scale. Take that lid off. As you can see, I'm going to have a couple of extras in here that we're going to work with. We've got a beautiful 3D printed engine from Matters of Scale. I'm looking forward to painting and installing that. We've got the Quinta instrument panels, and we've got some Eduard resin wheels. You can see I started separating some of the fuselage components to get a sense of how they fit together. So far, fit and finish looks good, and looks like it'll be a tidy little kit. It's a profit pack, so you get the photo etch, you get window masks, and you get that extensive sheet of decals. With that quick look, well, let's jump into the build. As a wise man once said, we'll begin at the beginning. And parts preparation will take you a long way with cockpit assembly. So get everything cleaned up before you start assembling and painting. You'll have a lot less painful time later. It's really unfortunate that a lot of this detail that you're building into the gear bays, like this fuel tank, won't really be seen later on without a flashlight and a magnifying glass, but it's there if you want it. After painting this Vallejo bronze green, what you see me doing here is applying a dry brush of some random light gray color just to highlight some of the cockpit and gear bay detail. The dry brushing I'm doing on this bulkhead in the cockpit is Vallejo aluminum. Great color for stuff like this. Once the cockpit's closed up, actually the two spots you probably will notice more is the boot surrounding the joystick base and the headrest, obviously. So take your time, get those right, and they will look good. Alright, so I didn't have just a plain green that would be correct for that oxygen tank, so I used what I had, which was that Russian turquoise, so sorry. Allow me to admit that at times my sponge chipping is just absolutely horrendous, as it is here. I believe I went back and touched a lot of this up later on to fix my ham-fistedness. A more fastidious modeler would have mixed an oil wash for the cockpit and kind of customized that color a little, but that was not me today, so I used the Tamiya panel liner. It cleans up easily enough, so if you go over the top, it's easy to clean up and kind of moderate. You're going to have minimal drama with the Quinta instrument panels and inserts. The seat belts, for some reason, I always have issues with these 3D printed seat belts. Not really a fan of them. Cockpit is just about a snap fit into that fuselage. Chef's kiss to Eduard on that fit and finish. apologize for not having more footage of the gear bay assembly. These parts are very thin, very flimsy, and very difficult to line up, so I don't have a lot of footage of it. This is as far as I'm going to get with it. The next thing you're going to see is the wings being assembled onto the spars. The wings fit terrifically, by the way. I was very happy with the way they came together. There was like minimal gap, almost no gap at all in most spots. Don't know why I didn't have more footage of the assembly of the horizontal stabilizers, because they went on like a dream. Here I'm installing the windscreen. I always install my windscreen before I paint. I'm using UV resin for it and worked like a charm. I was very happy with it because that thing went down and it was solid. Just got to be careful that you don't use too much and leave like goop spots. Sometimes Eduard paint masks aren't precise fit, but the ones that came with this Wildcat, they fit pretty well, and I was very satisfied with them in the long run. Alright, plane is primed with Mr. Surfacer Black 1500, and now I'm going in with really thinned down AK Real colors to get those pre-shading spots done, and then I'll come back and I'll give it a solid coat once I do the whole lower frame. So this is the base painting I did on the upper fuselage to kind of prep for weathering later. I've added zinc chromate yellow in spots as well as aluminum. Then we're going to apply some chipping solution over the top of those colors in anticipation of chipping later on. Here we are back on the underside of the plane again. I finished that pre-shading and now I'm coming back with very thin layers of that neutral gray to build it up where I want it. So there's the blue-gray with the chipping along the wing walks. Here's the Matters of Scale 3D printed engine for the Wildcat. Beautiful piece of printing. Fits like a charm. You can see the cowling goes right over it. The astute among you will notice there's already an issue though with the cowling. It was easier to do all my touch-up painting once the engine was mounted to the fuselage, because I mean it makes a great paint stand. So here I'm using again Tamiya's panel liner to kind of fill in the details, and I was very satisfied with the results. Once again, the fickle finger of fate strikes. I managed to lose one of the exhaust pipes for the lower part of the fuselage, so I'm just going to use a spare piece of styrene rod. And you can see here I painted it up to match. I'm going to kind of trim it. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Once it's painted up and weathered and everything else is installed, honestly, it's barely noticeable, so it worked for me. Now I'm just going to throw a light rust wash over the whole thing and just move on with things. Okay, if this actually makes it all the way to the end, here's a picture of what I did to the engine cowling. I mounted the front of it upside down, and now I've had to disassemble it back down into its 3 pieces, and I'm gonna have to reassemble it and get this put on properly. Now the catch here is there's 2 issues I'm gonna have here, and that was in taking this apart. You can see this looks like a dog chewed on it on this side. It didn't separate cleanly. I used Tamiya Extra Thin to weaken the joints and pull it back apart, and it did not come away cleanly. I reassemble what I've got that's correct and just kind of work everything back to looking kind of correct. I'm probably going to have to sand this flat and then glue it back on this, you know, somehow like this. Get everything smoothed out, repaint it, and reinstall it. Having spared you the ordeal of watching me do this, I've now sanded and reassembled the cowling. What you see here is some Tamiya gray putty I used to fill in some final little holes. I'm not going to worry about that because that's like, that gap is minuscule and I'm just going to wind up destroying even more detail. What I did was the two halves are glued together with CA, and then I sanded the back of the face of the cowling. I sanded it almost flat, made sure all the mating surfaces were flat, and then glued this on for the most part with CA, using copious amounts of CA to fill big gaps underneath here that you can't see. You can kind of see where I've been sanding. Now that I did that, I addressed the majority of the large gaps. I'm just going to let this stuff set, and then tomorrow I'll sand it down more. I'll do my best to kind of get it to look decent. Then I'll prime it and repaint it. It's going to sit back on here. It fits. So once I get this all primed and everything, I'll paint the face of it. I'll install it. I'll repaint the blue and the gray to kind of get it to match back up. It's that or throw it at the wall, which, while that would be entertaining for everybody for a moment, I think I would lose a little credibility. So let's just see how this turns out. The biggest reason I will probably never build another one of these Eduard Wildcats is these stupid spindly gear legs and gear bay. Just my opinion. As you would expect, the Eduard resin wheels fit the Eduard axles perfectly, no issues. They went on well, they're well detailed, well worth the upgrade. Obviously tacking in the bomb racks that won't really have any bombs on them, but they're in all the diagrams. So my only issue here is these machine guns didn't have anything to kind of control how deep they went in the wings. So here I filled that slot with some UV resin, and then I shaped it with a toothpick and then polished it out with some very fine sanding sponges. And I think you get a good effect on it rather than the clear part. And then I attached the landing light on the bottom. I used UV resin as well. It's a great adhesive when you're putting clear parts on, as far as I'm concerned. With that, clear coat of gloss over the whole plane, and we're ready for decals and weathering. Nothing extraordinary here. I'm using Tamiya Mark Fit, and then I'm applying the Eduard decals, and then I'll apply another coat of the Mark Fit over the top, let them dry overnight, and peel off most of the clear covers from the decals. For the panel lines on this build, I used AK Interactive black panel liner. You brush it on, you leave it about 10 or 15 minutes to dry, you come back, you wipe it off with a Q-tip or a paper towel. Works a charm. Obviously, I use the same thing across the whole fuselage. Worked good because the whole plane is basically gray or blue-gray, so works fine. And then we finally get to pop the canopy off, get things cleaned up. Happy days. there we go. Very satisfied with the results. That's honestly the most commitment I've ever shown to correcting my errors. I was sorely tempted to leave that engine cowling alone, but I'm glad I fixed it. And last but not least, we gotta get the prop painted up and installed. Fits right on the Matters of Scale engine, like no problem. Then we're gonna just put a little dust and dirt on the wheels and we'll be done. There we go. Really happy with the way this came out. The kit itself goes together really well, with the exception of those stupid gear legs. My self-imposed error on the cowling face notwithstanding, that Matters of Scale engine was beautiful, fit well. I was happy to install it. I recommend it. I would do it again. If you want a little extra detail, get one for sure. The paintwork, I was very satisfied with my paintwork. The Quinta Studios instrument panels went in well, no drama, and the resin wheels fit. They were Eduard, for an Eduard kit, so they went on well. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Leave me a like before you get out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.